In this video, I'm going to teach you about infection control in the salon. Keeping yourself safe and keeping your client safe is our top priority. It's really important to know the difference between the words that you're going to hear in the salon. Sometimes things get thrown around like I'm going to sanitize, I'm going to disinfect, I'm going to clean, and they can all kind of get lumped into one thing or one meaning. And that's not the case. There are three completely separate processes that you need to understand. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is cleaning. Cleaning is a mechanical process. It just means that you have to do it. You're using soap and water. You're mechanically, or you yourself, are rubbing your hands together to wash your hands. You're using friction, you're using soap. There's no chemicals involved. It's a mechanical process. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna show you how to clean your tools. What I have is I have a tub of soapy water. I'm gonna take all my tools and I'm going to dump them in the soapy water. Cleaning is going to get rid of a lot of the things that you can see. On your combs, your clips, you're going to be able to see hair, maybe some lint, you'll have some hairspray stuck on there, whatever the case is. You want to be able to get that off. So a lot of things that you can see. Cleaning is also going to reduce the number of germs on anything to a relatively safe level. I'm not killing any bacteria. I am simply removing anything that's visible on my tools. I've often heard the word sanitize being used the same as clean. For cleaning, I use soap and water. It was a mechanical process. I had to actually do something to get my tools cleaned. Sanitizing, and probably what we're all most familiar with, is hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizers, or any sanitizer, contains a chemical, and this chemical is what is going to reduce the number of germs on a surface or on your hands to a safe level. So sanitizing is actually a chemical process, where cleaning is a mechanical process. My tools are clean, I've rinsed them off, and now they're good to go to the final phase, which is disinfection. Whenever you're going to disinfect, safety first. So most disinfectants are going to have requirements that you should wear gloves and protective eyewear when you're using them. The reason is, if you get it on your skin, it can cause a lot of irritation, and if you get it in your eyes, well, you don't want to get it in your eyes. The disinfectant that most of us would be familiar with in the salon is Barbicide, our blue jar of Barbicide. It's everywhere. It's a fantastic disinfectant. It's been around for forever. The disinfectants that we use in the salon are actually a hospital disinfectant. This means they kill bacteria, they kill viruses, and they kill fungus, which means inside the Barbicide there is a bactericidal, there is a virucidal, and there's a fungicidal ingredient that is going to combat that when we do our tools. It's really important that we use disinfectants according to how they're labeled. If not, we could get ourselves into a lot of trouble. I've already measured out 62.5 mils of disinfectant. It's all ready to go into my water. So I'm not going to take the Barbicide and just dump it in and call it a day. It's really important that you make sure you have 62.5 mils for every 1 liter of water when you're mixing Barbicide. If you're using a different disinfectant, please make sure that you read the manufacturer's instructions and mix it according to those. The other thing that I should mention is always add the water first and then the disinfectant. This is totally a safety issue. If I put the Barbicide in first and then I add the water, I run the risk of having it splash up into my face, causing blindness and who knows what. Always, always, always put your water in your Barbicide jar first, and then you're going to add the Barbicide to the water. So now that my Barbicide is all mixed up, it's ready to go, I'm going to take my clean tools and I'm going to put them into the disinfectant. If you put dirty tools in your disinfectant, it's actually going to contaminate your solution and it's not going to be as effective. So you don't want to have any hair color, product, anything like that. You don't want any of it on your tools. Make sure that you don't overload your Barbicide. Put in as much as you can without it becoming really jammed up. If you need to mix it up again, then you mix it up again. No big deal. Next thing that you need to know is the contact time for your solution. Contact time is the amount of time that your tools need to be immersed in a solution. So for Barbicide, the time is 10 minutes. So we're gonna take our timer and we're gonna set it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we can confidently know that our tools are disinfected. There's no bacteria or viruses or fungi that we need to be concerned about with our clients. There is one other disinfectant that I'm going to show you that sometimes we use in the shop, and it's this one right here. I have one by Wall, and it's a spray-on disinfectant. This one is fantastic on your clippers, your trimmers. It's also really good on your scissors, and I'm going to show you how to use that. After you've used your scissors on a client, you're going to wash them off, make sure they're nice and dry, wipe down, there's no hair, nothing visible is on them. Once that part is done, you're going to take this disinfectant, and it's so easy, and you're just going to spray it on. Just like that. The contact time for this is 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, you can just wipe them off. They're good to go. What's really important though is whenever you're using a disinfectant, the tool has to remain wet for the entire time that it's processing. So if after 2 minutes you can't see any solution on there, you're going to need to reapply it in order for it to be effective. The thing with this one, it's a little bit stronger, and it is actually tuberculocidal. Tuberculocidal shouldn't be used on all your tools. In some cases it can cause some damage. Oftentimes I will just put my scissors into a barbicide solution and it's fine. But on occasion, this is a really good go-to, and it's fantastic on equipment that you can't immerse in your barbicide, such as your clippers and your trimmers. Our 10 minutes is up and my tools are completely disinfected. Time to take them out. Make sure you still have your gloves handy, because you never ever want to put your hands into barbicide. Again, this can cause skin irritation. I know lots of people that will say it doesn't bother my skin. Well, it might not today, but in 10 years you may start to develop a condition called contact dermatitis, and this is from touching chemicals with your bare hands that you should not have been touching. So please make sure that you're always wearing your gloves. When you take your tools out of the barbicide, it's a good idea to give them a quick rinse, and then you can just let them air dry. Rinsing is good because it's going to get rid of any excess disinfectant that's on your tools. Leaving it on there could cause an early decay of your tools, and you want to keep your tools in good shape for as long as you can. Now that you know the difference between cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting, you know how to use disinfectant properly and safely, you are ready to take these skills into the salon. Keep safe, keep your clients safe, and have a great hair day.